What's good? What's good? Boxing First Law. We in the building here to hit you with this main event, co-main on the DAZN card. Obviously, had to be the guy to be in the building for this Tagoe Ryan Garcia fight, but came in to tap in for a double whammy, so to speak, and give you this co-main play-by-play too. We got Rosado going up against Mosley Jr. at super middleweight. So it's for a mediocre title, Continental WBA title, but it's a stepping stone sort of belt. So we'll see what's going on, man. Came in right on time, 7:45 as it was announced to be, and we got round one just kicked off. We got a little posturing going on. Mosley sticking that stick out right now, just trying to find his range. Rosado being patient as he normally is. He's aggressive in spurts. It's a wild man in the ring also, but I think we're going to have to worry about a guy that's more crisp on the job. Nice stiff jab. I mean, straight right hand to the body right there from Mosley Jr. Sticking that jab, just trying to find his range, trying to look busy, not using the ring as much as you would have thought. Him being the boxer, he's kind of being the aggressor right now at this point. Rosado probably looking to conserve some energy as he is the older fighter in this particular matchup. So, like I said, man, it's a good one to start off. I mean, it's an interesting bout because it's also a new name at super middleweight, where Rosado going back up, grabbing the belt against that prospect in his last upset victory. So this is a good move because, you know, Rosado has kind of revigored his name in the last couple of years. And Mosley Jr. also has a guy that has a great name. So it's a good fight to line up in the super middleweight division. And so far in the first round, it's just really straights going at each other, jab against each other. I give the edge so far in the first minute and a half to Mosley. A jab has been better, and he's throwing more body shots. But Rosado is coming forward a little bit. His jab is just not, I wouldn't say it's very fast. It's a stiff jab. Mosley's jab is a little bit more slicker. He's doing some good body work. There's another right hand to the body right there from Mosley Jr. So, again, first round, I'm edging Mosley Jr. Now he's starting to do a little bit of boxing, starting to move around the ring a bit. It's a good fight, though, man. On paper, this was a good one. I mean, they said Mosley jumped at the contract when he got the offer. So, big salute to him for not turning down the fight, because, you know, a lot of guys are, you know, if they don't feel like they have a real advantage in certain fights, they won't accept them. But a guy like Mosley, few losses, he's the type of guy that's like, man, I'm always testing myself, so to speak. And obviously, we know Rosado is a guy that turned his career around. You can look at his win-loss record and think he's just crap in the ring, but he actually is not. So he's a guy that took boxing a lot more serious after receiving a few losses. Obviously, his training background has stepped up a lot. He got Freddie Roach in the corner with him. So that's big up to Rosado and the things he's done to improve his career. But right now, like I said, first round, I got to edge Mosley. Started boxing later on in the round, using the ring, bouncing on his feet. Rosado hasn't really put the power on Mosley just yet. Maybe, like I said, started a little bit slow. The round that I would say Rosado kind of gave away, but at the same time, you kind of don't want to rush in there and be too much of a wild man when you're the older fighter, and you need to pace yourself to a certain extent. So you may give a round away here or there. And that's pretty much what happened. But anyway, it was still an interesting round. It was a round that you definitely got to figure your other guy out, especially if it's a guy that you may haven't trained with or seen box as much. So you want to fill him out on your own, despite what you may have heard about him. We got Roach in the corner, giving some information to Rosado, telling him to breathe. Just Freddie Roach is not a technical guy in the corner. He's a calming sort of guy. At times he does give instructions, but if you really look at his nature as a trainer in that corner, he's not a guy that's a guy that's like really overtly technical, unless it's just something I believe he sees that really could change the fight. But in general, Freddie Roach is the type of guy that just keeps guys calm and tries to keep the spirits well, so to speak. So, like I said, trading jabs right now, beginning of round two. Better jab, more volume punches is going to Mosley right now. He's throwing more combinations, He's doing some movement. Just Rosado's being real patient. I don't know if Rosado's waiting for Mosley to come to him because his guard is high. I don't know if he can find an opening just yet. Yes, it looks like from what I just saw right there in that exchange, Rosado is definitely looking for that one punch. So if he doesn't find that one punch, he may give away a lot of rounds in this fight. And it'd be a hard fight for Gabe Rosado to turn around late, because if you got a guy like Mosley who really figures he's up on the card, he's the type of guy that'll give you a lot more movement, especially if he has his energy up later in the fight. So it'll be difficult to really catch him later if he can figure, and if the corner gets him to believe, look, you up, be careful, don't give this fight away late. So Rosado definitely has to start engaging in more in these early rounds. So, oh, nice 1-2 right there for Mosley. Got Rosado slipping a little bit. Rosado looked to open up, and Mosley hit him with a nice little two-piece right there real quick. Little tussling right here. James Green, I believe that's James Green, or James Wood, I believe that ref is. But he just broke that one up real quick. Just a lot of gesturing right now. Nothing, no clashiness, nothing. But again, you're just looking at who's controlling the fight. And I'm seeing some good strength from Mosley. You would think Mosley wouldn't be the stronger guy in this. And he's actually looking like he's put on some muscle weight, not just body weight as far as to be able to fit the division. He's put on some muscle weight because he's kind of pushing Rosado around in this fight. Throwing hooks, mostly with the jab. A lot of activity from Mosley, just staying focused, keeping Rosado in front of him, moving back when he needs to, but not jumping out the back door. Just taking a step back, making Rosado reach on his punches. So it's a great game plan from Sugar Shane Mosley and his veteran trainer. I didn't hear Dad get a lot of pub for this fight and working with him in this fight. I did see him in the gym a couple of times because I tapped in with both these guys on IG. So Pops was in the gym a little bit supporting Mosley Jr. on this one. That's Shane Mosley Sr. But he let this fight stick to his main trainer, and they look like they got a great game plan for this fight. Take these early rounds. Don't get yourself into too many exchanges where you really feeling Gabe Rosado's power consistently, and just win these rounds, because you're making Gabe miss the heavy shots, and it's not from running. It's just slick, bending over, getting your head off the line from Mosley that's getting him these early rounds. Like I said, it's the subtleties, and he's not being too aggressive where he's really trying to put the foot on the gas and waste a lot of volume. Shane Mosley, this is a great game plan so far. Hopefully things can continue to play out. They're in the back room talking to Garcia right now. We got Goosen and Garcia in the back trying to warm up. You don't want to get too burnt out early, because you never know if this fight could go the distance. So just kind of want to do a little bit of glove work in the back, try to build a little sweat, but you don't want to get drippy too much, so to speak. So, because again, you never know when this round can end. I mean, right now the numbers haven't changed as far as the betting odds. They got MGM at minus 1,600 for Garcia, to draw plus 2,500, and Tagoe at a plus 800. And obviously, I'm going to pat myself on the back for the 100th millionth time and tell the Western civilization you guys were not paying attention to Emmanuel Tagoe until I bought his name up. And that's facts. You can go back to G5 Jeff TV about a year and a half ago, before we started doing the podcast, and we just was kind of getting on live and going back and forth. And we was talking lightweight division, and we was talking about the quote unquote four kings at the time, so to speak. And I'm thinking to myself, yo, this got to be somebody that can be a challenger, since these guys is not fighting. And that's what made me do my own homework. And I wouldn't felt this guy as far as being a dude that's doing his own thing. And that's not like I found him out of the woodworks, but as far as being on the map, but not being paid attention to, and his skills, being able to say he should be able to compete at a minimum, not be a guy that should be paid attention to. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so again, you talking about a dude that came in the game at 15 years old, lost his very first fight to a grown ass man then, and hasn't lost since. And that's about 15 years, bro. So big shout out to Emmanuel Tagoe from Ghana. Man, we got to get it. I got to get you in on the platform, my dude, and definitely have a word with you after you get this victory. Yeah, I mean, I know you tapped in with me on IG, and we done went back and forth once or twice, but get with me, man, when you get a minute. I know these folks gonna have you super busy. but take a second and tap in with your guy, Boxing First Law, who told the Western boxing society that you was a dude that should have been at this position many years ago, or at least a year and a half ago, I would say. So anyway, man, we're going to get back into this one. Third round, about halfway through, more the same. Mosley controlling the fight with the jab. Seems like he's throwing more the combination punches. Gabe Rosado looking for the heavy one-handed shots. Mosley throwing a lot body work. Great body work from Shane Mosley, left and right hands. So just I'm liking what I'm seeing from Mosley. He's not in this fight where he's looking scared. I've seen Mosley where he tries to box so much that it's almost like you're fighting scared to a certain extent. You feel what I'm saying? You're not sitting down on your shots and things like that. So in this particular fight, I'm seeing a lot of confidence in Mosley. I haven't seen, especially for a guy that's been out the ring almost over a year going on. So it's not quite a year for him, but it's almost a year. So, and he's going up in weight. You know what I mean? He's a guy that has fought at super middleweight in the past, but he's told everybody he's more comfortable at middleweight. So for him to be up here and looking this good against a true solid vet and Gabe Rosado, great defense right there. Gabe Rosado winds up for the heavy uppercut and just completely whiffed. Great defense from Mosley. Subtle movement, not complete. Like I said, he's not running to a certain extent where the power. Look at that jab. Stop Rosado straight in his tracks. Mosley throwing heavy over the top right hand. Rosado looking like he's trying to come on, but it's too late in the round if you ask me. Mosley definitely don't want to get tired. You feel what I'm saying? Because again, that's a point where the other fighter can feel that, and he tries to take advantage where he overwhelms you with volume, and it's just one of those shots that really dink you, and it's not a setup sort of shot. It's a shot that just catches you when you're at your worst defensively. So, and that's being tired. That's mostly when most fighters are at their worst defensively, is when they're tired. So I think Rosado is anticipating that. He is a guy that win isn't something that we've said about Rosado, that he fades too late in fights or anything like that. And we know he's a scrapper, went in there bloody and went the whole distance in a few fights in his career. But the jab from Shane Mosley is just bananas. You would think it's a jab that should be a jab that would keep him at the elite level. Maybe he doesn't use it enough. Maybe it hasn't been strong enough, but it's definitely a great jab. And it's a jab that, to me, should have him back in there again. You feel what I'm saying? As far as being a guy to be talked about, a guy to get another look and get another big stage to be on. We don't, because in this particular fight, either one of these guys could definitely be that gatekeeper sort of guy, that guy that you always put your prospects up against to test them, so to speak. And it's nothing bad and nothing wrong with having that role in boxing, but when you still chasing the bag and you still feel that youth inside you, man, these guys don't want to be in them positions. So these guys is definitely looking for a big victory in this one. Like I said, so far as the jab from Mosley, keeping Rosado from just rushing in completely and staying in. That jab is just up, down. Mosley getting his head off the line right there. Rosado really not fighting, trying to peek a little jab, but his jab is so slow that Mosley is just timing and then answering with a counter. So Rosado is he's got his hands full tonight. I mean, for real, I don't know if Gabe and them anticipated this, what they're saying from Mosley. I mean, I know they know about his jab, but I'm sure they didn't think it was going to be this good this early, or such a problem, maybe. You feel what I'm talking about? So anyway, man, just let me check the comments, see what we got in the building. No comment. Hit the comment section, man, and let me know what y'all feeling about this fight if y'all watching me on the play-by-play. But like I said so far, man, I got Mosley up 3 rounds to zip, and actually taking the 4th round as I'm speaking to you right now, because Rosado actually is doing absolutely nothing in the past 15 seconds. He threw one single punch right there. It didn't land. Mosley backing him up with the jab to the body, threw an uppercut, got Rosado off his feet. I don't know if he's hurt, but he definitely felt that uppercut. And that was a crazy punch to throw off a jab. Yeah, Rosado looks like he's a little bit touched up. And Mosley looking to probably close this fight out early. This might not make it to 7 if Rosado keeps eating these 1-2s. And I mean, when I say he got hit by an uppercut that was came out of nowhere. Who throws an uppercut off the jab? That's crazy right there. Nice little 1-2 combo from Mosley. Definitely capping the 4th round in my estimation. Still got 30 seconds to go. And can Rosado survive, so to speak? I mean, the jab, again, I'm thinking he's probably at least at 150, 200 jabs, close to at this point in the fight. I say at least $150 by 4 rounds in. He is throwing extreme amount of jabs, and it's controlling the fight. Little jabs. Every jab is not hard, and every jab is not a jab that's going to turn around and set up the next punch. It's just a jab that he's scoring with, keeping the distance. Some of his jabs have been defensive jabs because he stuck Rosado when he was up against the ropes that almost like completely backed him off his feet. It wouldn't have been I would say a knockdown of that persuasion, but it would have been a knockdown that was more based on velocity of Rosado running into this jab and completely being planted or off balance sort of shot, so to speak. I mean, I'm sure right now Freddie Roach is definitely giving out instructions in this corner because Rosado is not doing the right things. And one thing he needs to do is open up. He has to start letting his hands go. He caught Shane Mosley once in that round, and it's that single shot that he's relying on. And that's that single shot that he actually got caught with. He missed the uppercut wildly and then got caught with his own. Nice counter uppercut from Mosley. And then buckled Rosado. Great shot from Sugar Shane Jr. I'm sure he is feeling his confidence, but you don't want to get overconfident in a particular fight like this because Gabe Rosado is a dog to the end. So again, don't open up too much. Stay defensively minded, as he did right there. He threw a wild overhand right itself, but he slipped out just in time to not get countered from Gabe Rosado. But again, back to the jab, throwing right hands around the corner, throwing right hands up underneath. Shane Mosley just boxing well. Rosado throwing weak body shots like a straight, really didn't do nothing. Tried to chop down right there with a right hand of his own. No pressure on it, no power on it from Rosado. Rosado landed a couple jabs right there. There's another jab from Rosado. Shane Mosley starting to wind up a little bit, throw heavy shots. I maybe think he should get back to the boxing. Mosley maybe be giving away this round just a little bit because Gabe's starting to be a little bit accurate with these shots. And Mosley starting to slow down and not punches with as much volume. Gabe Rosado patient, trying to get inside, guarding up, step into Mosley after that double jab to get inside. Another jab right there from Rosado. And now it's Mosley flipping and looking for the singles. So Rosado starting to get into the fight, I guess, by winning this early part of this 5th round from my estimation. So y'all guys got to tell me what y'all feel in the comments on who y'all thought was taking the fight early. You know what I mean? Do you feel like Gabe gave it away, or do you feel like Sugar Shane really game plan was just too much and Gabe and them couldn't figure him out early? Gabe trying to bounce, get his legs back under him somehow, but I'm not seeing, again, Gabe looking okay in this particular round, but is it really effective what we're seeing from him? I don't know that it's super effective. He's just looking a little bit fresher than he did from catching that uppercut in the 4th round. Again, we got landed punches. Mosley. Oh, nice hook right there from Gabe off the jab. Threw the jab and came right back with a hook. Mosley threw the other hand right, landed it. Again, still giving nice little push off right there by Mosley. Used that shoulder and then got him up off you. Like that right there. Subtle OG moves in boxing. But I'm actually giving Gabe this round. I'm thinking he kind of got woke up a little bit and he's starting to let his hands go and throw different kind of shots. He's still suspect defensively. He's catching some return shots here or there. Oh, nice strong 1-2 right there from Mosley. Again, not enough from Mosley in this particular round. Maybe it's a round he was trying to catch his breath, and that's why he was winding up throwing the singles the way he was, because, again, when you're tired, you only got enough energy for that one shot, so you let it go, and you get back to trying to catch your breath again. So I thought that's what we seen from Mosley. Around maybe they gave away based on him just pacing himself, and there's nothing wrong with that when I'm sure your corner telling you up 4-0. We got Tagoe in the back room, looking sharp, got his Ghana colors on. Team Tagoe Put me on the back of your shirt, Tagoe. They wouldn't have known about you if it wasn't for Boxing First Vlog. I'm tweeting you. I'm hitting you up on IG. I'm telling you. I'm telling the whole West about you, bro. So, you know what I mean? Don't forget about the small guys when you make it to the top. You dig? You feel me? But Tagoe looking like he ready. He looking warmed up. I don't see him breathing hard in the back where he's overworking. I don't see a lot of nerves from Tagoe. I gotta be honest. When you look at the Nicatalia situation in that fight he had with Shakur, another African guy kind of being put on the map, put under the lights that the world really didn't know about, he did look a bit nervous in that particular fight. What's going on, Learner, man? How you feeling, bro? I'm just sitting here giving us 1-2 on this Mosley Rosado fight, man. But I was talking Tagoe, and as I was saying, Tagoe don't really look too nervous, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I say Nicatalia looked a little bit nervous inside that ring, and we didn't get much of a presser for that particular fight, so we didn't see him, you know, with the cameras on him and things like that as much as we have been with Tagoe, and this being Ryan Garcia. So, you know, it's going to be a lot of cameras around for this guy. So Tagoe getting a lot of light and shine, and through that, he's not looking very nervous, bro. He in the ring, I'm not expecting him to be nervous whatsoever. And it should be an excellent fight, man. But like I said, the West wouldn't have known about this guy. The West was not paying no attention to the IBO lightweight champion of the world. The West was like, oh, who is this guy? Whoop-de-whoop. Jeff and them, I'm telling you, bro, if you could go back to that quote-unquote live we did, it wasn't a podcast, it was a live. And they was like, who the fuck is Emmanuel Tagoe? Like, both of these dudes, and these are hardcore dudes. And I'm like, damn, how me, a fresh booty in the game, got to tell you guys about somebody that's an international fighter that should be being spoke about the way we doing right now. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm giving myself a lot of kudos for being a guy to do his homework and say this guy's skills should have him on the big stage. It took a little bit, but he's finally here. You know what I mean? He's almost been a year since his last fight in America. But again, that was 2 weeks on the soil, and he still did good against the dude Mayhem or whatever his dude name, and they said Haney got rid of him. So again, Tagoe, you didn't expect Tagoe to get rid of him. He only been here 2 weeks. He's still acclimating to the time zone change and things like that. But anyway, man, getting back to this fight right here, we got the 6th round going on after giving Gabe his first round of the fight in the 5th. This one is looking like a close round again. We got a minute and a half left. We'll see what's going on. Gabe coming forward, throwing some body shots, and his punches are starting to look a little harder than Mosley. So we got to worry about fatigue from Mosley, but Gabe doing some tying up in here. Gabe doing some tying up. Could that have been smart tie up so Mosley didn't get off after he threw those body shots? Could have been. I mean, neither one is truly breathing super hard, but I mean, they both vets that's been fighting pretty solid. So I'm sure they feeling it at the end of 6. This one going 10, so they ain't got those extra 2 rounds they have to pace themselves for. So they should definitely start opening up come 7, 8, and you know, maybe Rosado can keep coming on as I'm seeing them doing the last 2 rounds. Nothing flashy from Rosado though. Like what you were saying from Mosley earlier was looking good. Nice counter right hand right there from Mosley. That was beautiful. But Rosado swings back twice. He missed it, but he answered. I mean, he tried to answer at least. So Rosado is not folding the way it seemed to be with them first from 1 to 4, 5 to 6. I gotta lean Rosado. So again, could be getting back to a close fight. You know what I mean? It's going 10. Could be a draw. I don't know, man. It's been a crazy fight to get a draw on right here. I mean, if you call for a draw on this one, you would have been very, very smart the way it's looking right now, because Rosado coming back. Again, you can have a close round here or there late. This may end up a draw. But I don't know, Mosley, get that second win and start boxing smart and moving at the right time. The body shot right there for Mosley. He's throwing left hooks and right hooks to the body. I edge Rosado still. That was around Mosley threw a nice body shot, but body shot right there from Rosado as they both traded. So interesting round. I lead Rosado in 6. Beginning the 7th, Rosado fresher, bouncing, looking like he wanted to charge and come forward, but he didn't pace himself. Jab kind of feigning for Mosley. I'm not saying in many jabs these last 2 rounds, Nice combination right there from Mosley to start the 7th. Rosado jabbing to the body, getting back some of his range that he gave up. Nice combination again inside. Mosley throwing these up shots for a tall guy. That can give you some nice little power on that. So he's throwing nice little up shots in there. Tried to trade hooks right there. Both of them semi-missed. Get back to that jab, Mosley. Let's get back to that jab, baby. That jab is the key. That jab is the key. It's the easiest punch in boxing. The jab is the easiest punch in boxing. And that's exactly what Mosley need to be doing. Rosado trying to throw the jab and find his range, and he completely whiffed. I mean, just terrible. So Mosley, I'm edging Mosley first minute around 7 through combinations, showing some movement, not receiving any real damage from Rosado, tying up at the right time right here. I like that tie up from Mosley right there. Back to the jab a little bit, throwing some combinations and everything, not hard, scoring. Put a parring jab, I mean, like a rod jab out there to kind of get his range, and he threw an uppercut off that. Rosado coming back with a 1-2, got Mosley turning his head, moving, good movement right there from Mosley. Not taking no damage in here. Rosado looking like the stalker, but it's not effective aggressiveness. Look at that wild left hook he just completely missed. Didn't even set the left hook up, and he missed it. Terrible. Rosado chopping right hand, missed that. There you go, a nice little bing-bing combination in there. Soft, bing-bing-bing. Caught him, you landed, it scored. Mosley getting back on the stick as far as controlling the round. You feel what I'm saying? Like just fighting when he needs to. So, which we saw him do completely in the first 4. Now he's getting back to it in the 7th after maybe giving a round or 2 away. Nice little heavy jab right there from Mosley. Another jab. Rosado coming forward, chippy little right hand, chippy right hand over the top, straight left. Rosado trying to stay in the fight. I mean, this is a hard round to score, I guess, if you're looking at this last minute. But if you remember in the earlier work by Mosley, you can't. A nice 1-2 right there by Mosley. Look at the defense from Mosley, getting his head off the line. Rosado trying to bob up under something, but nothing came. Mosley being patient. Look at him, switching stances, being defensively minded. I like this fight from Mosley that I'm saying. I think he should get back to the jab in these last 2 rounds for sure. It's a mando importantato, however you say that in Spanish. He need to get back to that jab. Keep Rosado at bay. Don't let Rosado wind up knowing that he's got to go for the home run shot. I'm edging Mosley in that round, man. I thought Mosley did the better combination punches. I thought that the scoring shots were good shots. It wasn't heavy, it was just enough to bing, bing, bing. Rosado missing a lot of shots. So defensively, are you getting, you know what I mean, as far as the credit that Mosley should get defensively for making Rosado miss, the judges can't overlook that. So hopefully this is going to be scored correctly. And you know what I mean, the outcome will be satisfactory to us boxing fans. But the fight in itself, I'm enjoying the fight. It's actually a great fight. Speaking of the lineup, DAZN had the ladies fight, the Esposaro Fujioka fight. They had that lined up to be the co-main, but I'm glad they switched that up because big respect to the Esposaro. She won, she unified ring belt, and I do believe WBO belt. I believe she grabbed in that. Big shout out to her for getting that, but at the same time, that fight was not very entertaining. And when you want to keep the fans in their seats, that would have been a co-main that cleared the building. So they did the right thing putting that on before this particular fight, even though this is an off-tier title. Those are true world title. That was a true world title fight. I think they did the right thing lining it up this way. But on paper, they did have it lined up correctly with Esparra and them being the co-main. With obviously Ryan Garcia is not a true world champion either, but he is the biggest name on the card. So, of course, he's going to be a headliner. So that being said, though, I think they worked that out as far as the way they lined the card up properly. And again, Mosley, early in the round, you got Gabe tying up after eating a 1-2 from Mosley. Mosley doing subtle things, just getting the head off the line. Not real fast. He ain't real fast with it. Just subtle. Getting the head off the line. I like this. I like this defense from Mosley. Look at that. Didn't back out the back door all the way. Stepped around. Almost gave a round on that one. Good defense right there. Avoiding these jabs. Oh, overhand right Oh, that one hurt. That one definitely hurt. Gabe felt that one for sure. Nice overhand right. Don't go for it too many times though, Shane. You don't wanna shoot your load. It's the uppercut. Now you want to go for the uppercut, Shane. Gabe tying up. Gabe looking hurt. Gabe definitely starting to feel some of these shots. Gabe is definitely starting to feel some of these shots. I mean, outstanding fight from Shane Mosley Jr. You can't, I mean, the game plan, the jab, be defensive minded. Don't be too defensive where you're running and you're tiring yourself out. Subtly be defensive. Move off the line. Turn them when you can. Things like that, man, where it doesn't take an absorbent amount of energy the way the space game does for defense. The space game for defense, the leg wise, you burn yourself out, so you won't have nothing left in your hands. If you can just move your body subtly and be defensive that way, you can conserve your energy throughout the fight. And that's what I'm seeing from Shane Mosley, and has to get a lot of credit for him to the trainers. They're doing a great job with the game plan. Now, again, the stick, he needs to probably get back to the stick. He's using it in combination forms, but just as a base punch, he hasn't gotten back to that, I say, since the 4th round, where he's kind of faded away from really controlling the fight with the stick. But not that he's doing anything wrong or doing anything bad in between. So not getting off the jab the way he has in these last few rounds hasn't cost him the way you would think. He still boxed well. His defense is outstanding so far, and he's throwing the harder shots. Gabe's shots are just not consistently landing where you can kind of gauge him and say he's building some momentum and he's coming back. I mean, Gabe has missed a lot of shots in this fight, man. Back in the back room with Garcia and Goosen trying to do his last minute training job. He got the stupidest green denim set on with the rhinestones on it. This shit is terrible. This is when the old man tries to be too young. Man, I ain't seen rhinestones on a jean jacket since the fucking 80s, my dude. What the fuck is going on? This is terrible, bro. Listen, what are you doing, bro? Take that shit off, Joe. You don't just put a regular t-shirt on. I'd have been like, I'm not wearing that. I know Ryan, like it say King Ryan on the back, Joe. I don't care. I'm not wearing that. He got the green denim with the rhinestone collar. Player. Joe said, I'm going to bag something after this fight. Watch me. We need to get that jab cracker from Mosley. We at the top of 9 right now. Mosley still controlling it with the range, trying to land first. He's definitely been landing first. Nice combination right there. Ripping to the body, throwing that hard right hand up under a little bit in there. Rabbit punching inside, doing more work when they get close and tie up. Mosley definitely looking like the fresher fighter. He definitely should be getting back to the jab, but maybe getting away from the jab gave him the defensive energy he needs too. So you got to look at it that way. Maybe, okay, then I'm not going to overtly burn myself out with the jab, because then I can have some energy to get offline. I can have some energy to fade back. So I kind of get it when your fight style change. And then it's a punch also that after he realized he don't need it defensively, he was like, fuck, I'll just use it when I want to open up combination wise. He's so now he backhand jabbing him now. He is controlling this fight. Chris Mannix, me and this dude don't agree much, but I gotta agree the scorecard's pretty even. I definitely didn't give Rosado none of the early rounds, and he gave Rosado round 2. He's an idiot for that one, but you know what I mean, I can't argue with his scorecard right now. I actually gave Rosado rounds 5 and 6 technically, so we differ right there. I didn't see where he can't say Gabe Rosado then out punch Mosley Jr. in round 5. Well, I mean, come on, bro. So how you gonna turn around and get it? Like, are you really paying attention to the fight, bro? Like, seriously, like, come on, you sitting right there, and you say this man didn't win. But again, he is an idiot. He's the modern day Jim Gray. He's one of them dudes in boxing that just irritates you to no end. As a fan, you want to punch him in the face, and I'm sure a lot of these fighters want to punch him in the face because he's I mean, again, man, he just works for a platform, so he got to do as they tell him to do. He can't be honest and raw the way boxing needs. They need that freshness. They need that you know what I mean? That just keep it 100, keep it real. You feel me? Like keep it solid. You feel me? And some of the times you gotta go with the narrative, and Chris Mannix is a narrative guy. You put the narrative in his hand, he gonna run with it. He all half the time you probably ain't gotta tell him what to do. But again, I try to listen to these fights on mute and just I basically go off the action because I can read what's going on. I don't need these guys to lead me, but I'm giving y'all some honest play-by-play so you guys can get an idea that they get, oh, this fight was close. No, this fight is not close. Gabe Rosado is getting washed in this fight. He's had a few moments, but those moments are far in between. And when you're dealing with a vet like Shane Mosley, he's going to take advantage of your down moments where if Gabe is fighting a young prospect, Gabe can take advantage of those down moments by landing one heavy shot or something like that. Those one-time shots ain't going to work against these true vets unless you just a guy that's just got hammer fisted. Gabe has never been that guy to really have those crackers like that. You feel me? Because you can look at his knockout ratio. You know what I mean? He ain't got crackers like that. He has some few. But you got to be a guy that works with that knockout power as the prospect did in his last victory, and it was a great victory. But the prospect ran it square into the corner and hands down and just ate something, and he fell on his face. So if you help a guy like Gabe with that style, yeah, Gabe can always look good. But Mosley's not helping. Mosley's not being lazy defensively. You see what I'm saying? So there's no help for a dude like Rosado to be able to be like, yo, I can look good with these singles that he throws. Like he did. I remember they was doing that. Him and the boy. Oh man, the boy name slipped my mind right now. He just lost the contract with DAZN too. Oh, Jacobs. Him and Jacobs had a fight where it was basically a fight of non-fighting, or when they did fight, they threw singles. It was a terrible fight for dudes that had so much animosity. That was a terrible fight. And that was, that New York, Philly sort of rivalry thing going on. It's kind of been around since my youth when I was a kid. You know what I mean? We never really liked New York cats. And that's crazy because my mom's is from New York. But anyway, man, that rivalry, you'd have thought that fight would have had a lot more steam to it. But that fight was terrible. Terrible for the buildup. You feel what I'm saying? Like the buildup was better. Them guys meeting in that hotel alley or that hotel hallway or whatever, that was more interesting than the fight. But this one right now, man, it looks like an easy victory for Mosley. Got about a minute and a half. I doubt if Rosado got the power to catch him with anything late. He definitely not setting anything up to even do that. Right now, he needs volume to try to get a knockout. He just has to really let his hands go, but he's getting in too close and he's tying up because I don't think he wants to get caught late. They're both trading little rabbit shots in here as they tie up. Nothing heavy, nothing crazy. Rosado trying to muscle. Mosley trying to wiggle his way out. But then, again, this is the point of the fight right now where you can say, Mosley, use your jab. Keep him keep him at the end of that stick. Step back and slide out the side door. Don't waste no shots. Bing, bing. Throw a little straight right hand and just walk out this fight with a victory. There you go with the jab. Exactly what I say. Stick the jab and let's walk out this door with this victory. Just go and put on the stick. Because all Rosado can do is tie up and try to just throw these wild shots. Maybe catch you with a rabbit shot behind the head. Rosado is definitely should probably think about training. Rosado will probably make a great trainer. He's a guy that has a great name in boxing. He's actually working. Oh, he caught a 1-2 right there that just looked terrible. He talking about why not fight. Motherfucker, he punching you in the face. Gabe wanting to stand there and let Gabe punch him. And Gabe like, Shane like, shit, nah, motherfucker, I ain't finna stand there. So they started talking a little trash after Gabe got hit in the mouth. He wanted to fire back. I'm not finna stand here and let you fire back on me. Another shot from Mosley. Mosley killing him in here. Great victory from Shane Mosley. Great victory from Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley won that fight damn near from start to finish. If when they give out these cards that are like shutouts, the way they get in boxing, where you don't even get to first base, this was almost one of them fights where Rosado almost didn't come out the starting blocks, man. Like, damn, did you not hear the pistol, Gabe? Like, you feel what I'm saying? So Mosley with a great victory, and the fans tend to agree. I'm seeing a lot of folks cheering as he's standing on the corner of the ring. He can make an impression at 168. You got to line him up against the right guys. I ain't gonna lie. Mosley's the type of guy I like to see against Caleb Plant. Mosley is definitely the type of guy I would like to see against Caleb Plant. I don't think this fighter, he's been on DAZN before. I don't know if he's tied to DAZN contractually, but if somehow he could wiggle free and maybe get a shot at a Caleb Plant who definitely needs a name to kind of springboard himself back into them rankings, or back into that title picture, so to speak, because your boy getting ready to drop the belt, so I don't know what he doing, because it's weird, man. It's weird with the Canelo situation. So don't even let me get into Canelo on this particular joint. This is Shane Mosley Jr. time, and he did his stuff. There's a big shout out to Shane Mosley Jr. Rosado had his hand up, but I think Rosado got to be honest and know that I didn't win that fight, man. He missed so many shots. It was incredible. And it wasn't the greatest defense that was making him miss. It was like Rosado was just off. Mosley had the stronger shots. He cut him with that uppercut. That's the uppercut that got it to slice over his eye. Great body work from Mosley. He had an all-around great fight plan because he didn't stick to the jab strictly. You know what I mean? And he wasn't, like I said, he wasn't loose defensively, where he was trying so hard to go for the stoppage his own right that he got, you know what I mean? He started slipping up defensively. He caught some singles from Rosado here and there. It was a great fight. A little trash talk in the last minute of that round. Rosado wanted to stand there and go mano a mano Mexican style, but Mosley like, look, man, I'm already winning. I ain't got to do that. But he did it in the last 10 seconds, which most fighters tend to do in a lot of fights. Great fight, great fight. That was an excellent fight. And new WBA Intercontinental, Continental, whatever it is, champion. Him and his trainer in the corner, getting that love. Good training job, man, by the OG, the vet. We can see what the scorecards say. Turn it up. Hopefully we don't get no copyright. Just try to get a scorecard, YouTube. This is for promotional purposes. I mean, for commentary purposes only. Hope they can't hear nothing. '97, '93. They gave this man a majority decision when you know goddamn well that was unanimous. Somebody had this fight 95-95. That fucking judge these judges are fucking terrible, bro. Like, bro, how the fuck do you see that fight 95-95? At what point in the fight do you feel like what Gabe Rosado was doing was winning him rounds? I gave you the 2 rounds that he won, and I told you why he won them. After that, where did you say he won enough rounds to be like he evened the fight? Like, come on, bro. What the fuck out of here, man? Like, these fucking judges, man, are fucking terrible. Is that Tank Trainer? I think that's Tank Trainer in the corner. Big shout out. Big shout out to Shane Mosley Jr., who should have got the unanimous decision. Let's be honest with the fans, man. Should have got the unanimous decision. It's almost time, man. You know what it is, man. It's Tagoe time, baby. Let's get it. They gonna do a lot of mumbo jumbo in between, so we gonna still hit the 1-2 with you, and you know what I mean. Do our thing in between as far as just the commentary and the back and forth spit. But it's time, man. It's Tagoe time. This dude Ryan Garcia is not even. it's funny to me how the mainstream media is not speaking about this fight not truly being a lightweight fight. He never talked about moving up in divisions and anything like that. This is a last minute mid fight promotion thing that they threw in. Matter of fact, just 2 weeks ago. So it wasn't like a month ago. He said, yo, this fight actually might take place at 140. So now you changing it up and nobody is speaking on that. Like, yo, are you really serious about this lightweight division, or are you just trying to take a fight to re-inject yourself back into boxing? Like, what's going on with a fight like this? What's the plan? Like, he's no explanation behind it. So to me, I look at it as a dude that's not taking it seriously as far as like, I'm a lightweight dude. I want the winner of Kambosos, Haney, anything of that ilk. He ain't talking like that. You feel what I'm saying? And now that he's going into this 140 joint, or is it quote unquote just a catch weight? And if it is, that's again tells me about your seriousness about the fight game, bro. If you just doing this fight for a catch weight fight, and then you doing it against a guy that you probably not taking serious because you're accepting it as a catch weight, or you're enforcing it to be a catch weight fight. So are you really in this lightweight division anymore? We don't know. I doubt it very seriously if he's going to be a true factor at lightweight division, if he's going to be a future unified champion. I mean, there's so many big fights that he could possibly lose. So in your estimation, why would you take them fights? Why would you fight a Tank if you can lose that fight? Why would you fight Devin Haney unless it's for all those belts? Because you could lose that fight. Now, to me, Ryan Garcia is going to be the type of guys that's going to be fighting these Kambosos dudes. See, Kambosos is going to catch this loss. Ryan Garcia is going to fight this guy. I see that sort of scenario. You feel what I'm saying? Unless there's something that happens at 140 where he can really interject himself at 140 and truly be the big name on the block. That's a possibility because of, quote unquote, this guy Taylor going up to 147, but we haven't heard anything in stone. No belts have been dropped yet. So could 140 be a good landing position for him to avoid this true talent at 135? And then he getting in here with Tagoe as if Tagoe's that springboard to 140, and you gonna springboard off of me when Tagoe really want to be the guy at 135? He wants his opportunity at 135 for one of them belts because, again, he was a former 135 champ for the IBO. So he's a guy that definitely, I'm sure, will want a WBA, IBF sort of belt. So, again, this 140 weight thing is capped, man, because it's a guy that's not really, you know what I mean, in this game like that. You feel me? If you want to be at 135, then you're fighting 135. You're fighting ranked guys at 135. But you're not forcing those 135 guys to go to 140 where you're trying to splash off their name in a division that neither one of y'all truly have been set in. Crazy, crazy, crazy to me right now. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, this dude, Ryan Garcia, great boxer. I was a big fan of his. I'm still like what he do, but I think it's a guy that isn't taking boxing as serious enough. I think it's a guy that almost similar to the Jake Paul sort of thing. Like, I'm a use boxing. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a use boxing to catapult to this, that, and the third. And that could hurt you inside the ring because you got dudes like a Tagoe who's truly a career boxer who now may be starting to do a lot of the outside of the ring things that cats tend to do once they stack a bag, so to speak. But it's not like he did boxing to be able to do that. It's just like now boxing's have provided those opportunities. To me, it seems like Garcia is doing boxing to get those opportunities instead of reverse, like I spoke on with Tagoe. So I don't know, man. Again, if you tack boxing in that level, bro, you subject to get your cap peeled back. You feel me? So Ryan Garcia definitely has to be serious about this move. He talked about fighting 3 times this year. So again, man, we'll see what's going on with Ryan Garcia and where he gonna land at. Is he gonna be 140, which I think is actually a better move for him? I'm not gonna even lie. 140 to me might be the plan because it's not deep over there. It's still too deep at 135 for you, my dude. It's still deep. You dipped around 135 almost the way Tank was doing with 135, kind of stepping in and then stepping out. So you know what I'm saying? Like, but right now Tank is in 135, I guess, for the long haul or for the near future. And you might not want to see a fight like Tank, even though that's a great matchup on paper. But does a guy want to get knocked out in front of the world and you're supposed to be this big out of the ring guy? I'm sure that doesn't work, because you can ask a dude like McGregor who tried to do all of this out of the ring stuff. But if you're not equating the out of the ring elevation to your game inside the ring, it's going to affect the out of the ring product. And trust me when I tell you it will, because what happened with that Proper 12 whiskey, he sold that shit because he wasn't selling the shit. So he had to disassociate his name with it before it became totally a waste of money and time. Why? Because you're getting your ass kicked in that octagon. So the same thing can happen for a dude like Ryan Garcia. You want to be selling soaps and keychains and all this other shit. You got to be able to do what you do inside the ring to cross promote that. Interesting way to attack that business world is to use boxing to attack that business world. But you know, best of luck to him. But in this fight, he got problems. This dude Tagoe is a problem. He's the grown man in this fight. Nobody's taking that into consideration, as if this young kid is going in there with a true grown man that's with that smoke, man. Been doing this thing internationally for a minute. So coming to America is probably past time for him to do it. So him landing on this stage, I don't foresee this being something that's too overwhelming for him. You feel me? He might actually look at it like this. You in trouble because now you under the lights again. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, Garcia could be a guy that's a little bit tentative in this fight. So we'll see. But speaking on that fight, they showing these clips from Triple G early. I know G5 did a live, so y'all tap into G5 Jeff TV. He had went in and did a live earlier. I couldn't catch him, man. I had a late shift yesterday. I was in KO, but over 40 plus, probably the best fighter in the game at the age of 40. Big shout out to Triple G. His punch resistance still the same. Can take a stiff punch, but what he did in that fight was show some excellent defense to not absorb all of the punishment that was coming his way. Subtle movement, getting off the line, same subtle defenses that Shane Mosley was showing in this past fight that we just broke down. That's what I saw from Triple G. I saw Triple G moving at the right time, not eating entire combinations from Murata. So, and that hook, that right hook, oh man, problems, because he was hitting him with it most of the fight. So at one point in time, you would have thought is one of those right hands gonna be it, and it was the right hand. And it's crazy. People say Triple G can't box off the back foot. He got the knockdown off the back foot. He got the stoppage off the back foot. He threw the right hand going backwards. So big shout out to Triple G to still bringing some diversity to his boxing game. But I'm not truly interested in the Canelo Triple G3 situation, because again, what weight is it going to take place at? Canelo's quote unquote undisputed 168-pound champion. Is Triple G going up to 168? Possibility. Am I still interested in it if he goes up to 168? No. Why? Because you've already done that. And then people are bringing up Triple G's age. So again, you want to fight a guy that's 40 years old by the time he's 42. So just saying. May not be the greatest fight in the world because he's not going to do it. He ain't going to fight Bivol and Triple G in the same year. He ain't never took big fights like that back to back. So has he ever took big fights in his career, period? No, I think this Bivol fight is the biggest fight he's taken in his career. Outside of taking on Floyd, but I think he wanted the bag in that situation, and he used that for cross promotion, you know, to what Floyd does. Floyd fights Mexicans, so he used that to his advantage to make a bag, kind of build up his name, and maybe get some in the ring experience that he needed. because he got touched up and he got outboxed. So when you lose, sometimes you can actually learn from losing. So I don't know, but again, I've never been the biggest Canelo fan. Former juicer, probably still a current juicer, you know, allegedly. I don't know, you know, that they call it the Reynoso Super PAC. So it's just interesting. But anyway, man, main event should be on his way here soon. Got them babbling backstage. Now they got me babbling on screen my damn self. And I'm trying to get to this action, man. You feel me? Man, you Game Boy Tagoe, the OG, the grown man in this fight, the smaller dude in this fight. Interesting, Ryan Garcia tried to get those extra 5 pounds to continually to make himself the bigger guy. You already naturally the bigger guy, so what you need them extra pounds for, my dude? But it's cool though. You might not understand that Tagoe have turned them extra pounds into muscle. So you turning them extra pounds into muscle, that can hurt Ryan Garcia on the flip side. Slow him down. You know what I mean? You put some extra weight on somebody, they not as fast as they used to be. You feel what I'm saying? Trust me, especially as the fight continues to go on. He might come out with this blazing speed, but is he going to be throwing that same speed in round 7, round 8? I doubt it very seriously, because why? You have this extra weight that you've never fought with in your career. So let's see what happens. You know what I mean? But as far as Tagoe is concerned, yeah, definitely. Let's see. As far as Tagoe is concerned, the extra weight may help him, because now he could put on some muscle that he hasn't done through most of his career. And maybe he can sit down on his punches, because why? You want to get inside, probably stay inside. But when you can box as well as he can, he may be able to do it from the outside as the smaller guy. Because Ryan Garcia, they keep talking about his boxing IQ. You're fighting guys that are not elite boxers. You're fighting other fighters. Nothing wrong with that. You're knocking these guys out. Nothing wrong with that either. That doesn't equate to having a great boxing IQ. Just saying. You can look at the Luke Campbell drop. He didn't set that left hand up. It was just Luke Campbell didn't want to get hit with the left hook upstairs, so he raised his hand and he threw the left hook downstairs. It wasn't like it was a setup, like I faked the left hook upstairs and threw it downstairs. That's ring IQ. He just threw the open shot and he dropped him. So how do you equate that to ring IQ? I don't understand. So they're giving this dude a lot of praise, and you know what I mean? They're carrying this jock straps of being so smart in the ring, but you're not figuring out puzzles in the ring because you haven't truly fought other quote unquote boxers. You fighting a boxer tonight. So we're going to see if you can use your ring IQ to set up your knockout. This dude, Joshua Franco, ringside tonight with some ugly shit on, looking like a goddamn golfer out here. So these dudes in their clothes, man, fucking look like these dudes be shopping at the thrift store and paying a lot of money for this trash. Because I'll just clown a Goosing for his rhinestones. Goose and I, man, Garcia in the green rhinestone shit too. This is terrible. You spent money on that shit. I feel like the old dude from Coming to America when they walked up in the barbershop and the boy Murphy was playing the old white Jewish dude and he was like, "This is beautiful. What is this, velvet?" Man, that shit was hilarious. That's what I want to do to Garcia. Ring robe. I want to rub that shit. Be like, man, this is beautiful. What is this, velvet? I don't know. It looked like it's silk, but it looked heavy. I don't know what kind of material that is, man, but it looked terrible, though. It is not the greatest ring attire I've seen here recently. So, you know, I got clown a little bit on here, too. But big shout out to Garcia and them for wasting money on that. And somebody tell Franco to button his fucking shirt up. You ain't boxing. And you ain't at the goddamn strip club. They got him out here looking like one of them Latins from the 70s. They used to have their shirts wide open with their little chains all up in their chest hair. That's how they got Franco out here looking tonight. This is terrible. Boy, this motherfucker Tagoe in the back looking like he can't wait. Like, this is taking too fucking long. I'm going to go out here and put hands on this dude. Look, crack a little smile right there talking to some of the backstage folks, some of the event people. We cracked a little smile. He definitely looking like he can't wait. That's what, you know what I mean. So this boy Tagoe, this boy I've been telling y'all about. This boy I've been trying to tell you is been one of the elite guys and should have been mentioned as a king at 135 because you've been in the division longer than most of these guys have had careers. So that alone should have you being spoke about as far as these guys challenging you to become quote unquote a king. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, they passing out belts. Big shout out to Devin Haney. You know, they gave him a belt. They could have gave Tagoe the belt. I'm just saying. You want to get a belt away? That was a way you could have get a belt. This dude's accomplished, former champion. We had to get a belt to somebody. We chose to give it to this international guy. But I ain't mad at Haney getting his opportunity and been doing his stuff this inside the ring since he got that strap. So, you know what I mean? We can't go like take a step back, tail of the tape. Ryan 23, Tagoe 33, 5'10, 5'8, 138, 138, 71 inch reach, 71 inch reach, 70 inch reach, 31, 32 and 115 knockouts, 21 and 0, 18 knockouts. But you done probably fought 10 bums in there. Tagoe done probably fought 15 bums. So we'll see what's going on, man, as far as how this shit break down, man. But big shout out to Tagoe for getting this opportunity. Big shout out to him. I hope I helped you by just repeatedly ripping your name in these boxing streets and trying to tell folks about you, bro. So again, big shout out to G5 for having a bigger platform and allowing me to do my 1-2 on his side of the street, which got my dude name out there, bro. And then, you know what I mean? Big shout out to Shakur Stevenson retweeting one of the shows. And, you know, we got a lot of steam from that. So, you know, we just in here doing our 1-2 and trying to bring the folks the info that they need about this boxing game. And as I said, I was a guy that was trying to tell the Western Hemisphere about Emmanuel Tagoe being a guy that's achieved some things in boxing. You know, these lower tier straps, they're respected if you start adding them up. And he's done that. He's also, again, been an IBO champion who at some point in time, the WBA was the IBO. So you have to still respect that as the growth of that organization still continues. So I'm respecting this dude representing them early as a champion. So former world champion on his way. And he looking happy. He looking light. He looking frisky. He out there on the 1-2. Shout out to Tagoe, bringing it in the ring on the day. You know how we do, though, man. We loose with it, man. We like to have a little fun, even when it's time to do business. Tagoe, let's get it, Playboy. Let's get it. God damn it, let's get it. Look at him. He dapping the fans up. Self-promotion, interacting. That's good. He ain't coming out as like this the enemy. He not coming out on this bad guy role. He coming out as a boxer. Now, if the fans don't like him, that's on them. But he's not coming out like, yo, I'm ignoring folks. I'm just coming straight in. He's understanding the entertainment part of the game, interaction, getting his dance on, bopping. You know, Africans, they always moving like that, man. Tagoe, let's get it, baby. Let's get it, pimp. Put these paws on this dude, man. Shout out Ghana, man. Shout out Ghana. They ain't gonna forget about you after the night, Playboy. I'm just feeling like even if my dude loses, and we know it's a stage for him to set up to lose on, especially with these fucking judges. You just heard one of the worst scorecards of the night, 95-95, in the Gabe Rosado Shane Mosley fight. Whoever that judge was, I hope they fall down the escalator. You understand what I'm talking about? Because that was fucking terrible, bro. This dude didn't win more than 2 rounds, and I told you the 2 rounds that he won. And that was it, bro. So, like I said, 95-95 was terrible. So that being said, him losing on this stage is possible, but his performance will carry him further than what anybody can expect currently. Like at least a lot of the casuals. They're gonna be like, oh, he lost and blah, blah, blah. Nah, he not gonna lose like that. If he loses, I'm estimating it will be on the card. I think he's a smart enough boxer that he probably won't get clipped by this dude. And obviously, we know Ryan Garcia power is not something that's unbeatable. He 21 fights, he's only stopped 18 people, so he's not knocking everybody out. And again, what level of competition is that? Is it that guys that can avoid your power? Because again, I haven't seen you fighting any guys that are light on their feet, guys that bob and weave, guys that heads are off the line. You fighting guys that are coming straight through the front door like they cat burglars without their tools. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's who he's knocking out. So that being said, though, we got, it's almost time to see if he can deal with a true boxer. And Emmanuel Tagoe is a true guy that has diversity in this game, meaning he can fight inside, he can fight outside. He's a guy that starts downstairs, goes upstairs. You feel what I'm saying? So this guy Garcia hasn't seen that. So we're going to see what elevation of boxing IQ he really has accomplished with Goosen in a short time. They talking announcements. It's getting ready to go down. Couple 2-3 minutes. So y'all, patience in the chat with me and shit, whatnot. Get a little volume. Try to hear a little something. And I mean, this is a terrible outfit, though, bro. You done waited all this time to be out of the ring. Who your designers are, who your setup team was, you got to go back and tell them OG Money from Boxing First Vlog said that was a terrible outfit and trash that shit. Scrap that design. We don't do the rhinestones. Don't put that old white man in no jean outfit no more. Like, just y'all stop doing the dumb shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Anyway, man, that's just my 1-2 on the TMZ side of boxing with these ring attires and things like that, man. But anyway, Garcia, the super hype job, the super duper young cat, and I ain't mad at the youth, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta appreciate the youth because they truly are the future. So I ain't mad at what he's able to do for his clan and his people. But the game of boxing, man, is no joke. When it's time to step up, and it's time now, we're gonna see what this youngster bringing to the table, man. He didn't have it great the whole fight with Luke Campbell, and that was another OG veteran fighter guy that got to him technically to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? But Campbell is a bigger fighter than Tagoe, so Campbell naturally had the size range to be able to land more straighter punches. Tagoe's a guy that's kind of gonna be punching upstairs, so his power, I don't know, will equate to the shot that we seen Luke Campbell get Garcia on the ground with. But can he get Garcia on the ground? Possibly. I think Garcia is the type of guy you can slow him down to the body. He's a big body puncher, you know what I mean? But he's body punching on stationary targets. You start trying to body punch on guys that's moving and sliding out from the up under position, you know what I mean? Where I'm sliding like this and your body shot going under here. Bing, I'm counting you over the top. Bing, bang, back to the double jab, and I'm back getting away from it. You see what I'm saying? You resetting. So, a lot of these things Ryan Garcia probably hasn't had to deal with. You feel what I mean? Like guys avoiding him and reacting to him. Like he's been a guy that's either opening up on these dudes or he's counter punching these guys because they're just trying to come straight to the front door and blasting. Tagoe is not, I'm not anticipating him coming straight to the front door. I'm anticipating patience, throw the jab out, find your range, throw something out, test that speed, see what that speed coming like in the first minute or two of the first round. You feel what I'm saying? Like, don't overtly be aggressive. Don't try to come in and steal the first round. If Tagoe has to give up that first round just to gauge his guy, I would do that. You see what I'm saying? Because if you're that good of a boxer, which I'm anticipating Tagoe is, then he should be able to get that round back and put some rounds together, 2, 3, 4, like that. So you can forget about losing the first round very easily. Anyway, man, not feeling this rhinestone green velvet outfit your boy Garcia had on for the 1,000th time. This dude Goosen with the jean jacket on, bro. That's not trainer attire, bro. That's more like trying to make a fashion statement attire, and the fashion statement was terrible. Straight terrible. Jeremiah, the new top boxing announcer. Tagoe. I see some sweat. I like that. I see some focus. I like that. Garcia don't look anxious. Don't look scared. So both guys got the right facial expression so far as we get into the build-up. Both guys looking like they in tip condition. I don't see nothing saggy on either dude. John Scrolls, Sherall, Jan Sherall. Oh man, it's anticipation time, baby. Let's get it. Man, I feel like this a super duper world title fight or something, man. It's my guy Tagoe, man. Man, it's been a long time, man. It's really been a long time waiting for this bout, man. This bout or any one of those top tier bouts. It necessarily didn't have to be Ryan Garcia. It could have been Haney. It could have been Tank. It could have been anybody in that they say is top. When I'm telling you, this dude has been one of the top guys. So again, man, I'm just shit, man. I can't wait, man. 35-1. Haven't lost since he was 15 years old. Lost his very first fight. He fought a 34-year-old man. I do believe, dude, at the time, dude was like 20 and 2 or something like that, or some crazy number like that. So yeah, he was definitely thrown to the wolves, but you know, took his scratches and scrapes and just climbed about that. You know what I mean? And now you got him 15 plus years later with 32 straight victories. 32 straight? Shit. Goddamn, that sounded like that run that Sergio Garcia was on till he got stalled out in his last shot against Fundora. And they coming up later on. They probably on right now, man. But shit, man, this the one right here. So big shout out to what they doing on PBC on Fox. But this the one right here, bro. I don't think there's a fight card on that one could equate to this main event. That whole fight card, if you put it together, this fight is bigger than that fight card because of the fresh face and quote unquote the return. So I don't see any of those fights on that PBC Fox card bigger than this one fight. Garcia, stern face. I mean, well, I say stern face on Tagoe, bland face on Garcia. It's looking like this. Like you couldn't tell. Like nigga, you happy? You sad? Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like you ready to go to work? I think he's nervous now. Now that I'm actually looking at it, he might be a little nervous. I ain't mad at the green gloves. I like those gloves Garcia got on. Tagoe looking like he ready for business. He see the lights. He like, man, it's been time for this right here, baby. Tagoe. Y'all say it with me in the chat. Tagoe. No, let me stop. Garcia coming forward. Tagoe sticking the jab out to the body. Up, Garcia trying to knock him out flat out. Tagoe smiling like, I see you, youngster. Tagoe taking his time, jabbing to the body. Smart. Keeping that space. Garcia trying to stick a jab and get in. But he's not slick like that. Garcia knees ain't bending. I don't like that. Got to dip them knees if you want to worry about that power coming back at you. Because if you square leg-wise, you're not necessarily taking power well yourself. That's what happened with the Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell caught him flat-footed. And that's what I'm seeing. Now he's starting to bend a little bit in the knees. And Tagoe reaching from the outside got Garcia being very defensive-minded where he reacted. So you see what I'm saying? You get that, start going to the body, slowing Garcia's forward momentum down. Look at that jab. Look at that jab. Look at that jab. And he throwing right-handed. Garcia trying to rabbit punch. Look at Garcia, bitch ass, trying to rabbit punch. Punk motherfucker. Garcia can't get nothing clean because your boy know how to move. He trying to rabbit punch to slow him down. Try to get his gloves warm. Faggot, Nah, I ain't gonna say that. That was sucker shit, though. He shouldn't have done that. Good. Just stick to the body. Throw the jab where it's gonna land and make it land. Garcia keep coming forward, but I don't see effective aggressiveness currently. So if you like Garcia, the fact that he's coming forward, where is he being effective besides walking through the front door? That's like breaking in somebody's house and not stealing nothing. The fuck you break info? So again, if you what you coming forward for, if you're not gonna do nothing or be able to do nothing, I can't give you credit for coming forward. Can't catch him. Garcia can't catch him. Garcia not even letting his hands go because he can't catch him. But I see movement. I see good sticking to the jab, working outside of the ring. Look at that back and forth. Garcia don't know what to do. He can't let his hands go. Garcia trying to cut the ring off and can't do it. He got a double step just to get close to Tagoe. Tagoe like, man, I ain't finna stand here and trade with you. I ain't stupid. Smart boxing. Good jab. Look at that. He stuck him to a jab with the body and crossed him up on his feet. Garcia about to drop himself. Garcia trying to throw hard, landed nothing. Nothing landed for Garcia. And he wound up, he was like, and nothing landed. Garcia better be careful trying to just go for the KO. Good movement right there from Tagoe. Good movement right there from Tagoe. He might have got clipped a little bit. Ryan Garcia, a dirty motherfucker, boy. He trying to punch the dude while they were breaking and he was coming up. So Ryan Garcia threw a shot in there. I don't really like that first round for Tagoe, but I like what he did. I don't think he was effective, but neither was Garcia. So based on judging, more likely going to feel like people will lean with Garcia just because he was coming forward. But again, if you're really looking at it based on the true essence of the word, effective aggressiveness, he wasn't effective. He landed one shot in that sequence towards the end of the round, and it was actually a pretty dirty shot. You know what I'm saying? You breaking from him coming and you leaning on him and you throw the shot anyway. That's some sucker shit, though. You know what I'm saying? But again, this guy ain't been in the ring in a while, and I guess when you got a guy that won't stand in front of you, you're just trying to get off when you can, and that's exactly what he was doing. But Tagoe, patience, you know what I mean? It's going to open up for him because at some point in time, Garcia is going to slow down himself because it takes energy to try to even catch a guy. You feel what I'm saying? So he's burning energy just trying to come forward. And at some point in time, good parry right there from Tagoe and shot the jab right back at him. Nice parry right there from Tagoe. Ryan Garcia's speed, I'm not seeing the speed be there just as much. I mean, he's trying to catch him, but Ryan Garcia just can't really get the range right, I guess. Tagoe just happened to be backing up just enough, slide off the rope just at the right time. Garcia with the one shots and missing. He definitely would need his opponents to slow down a little bit to where as though he could catch him because he's a guy that doesn't really cut the ring off that well. He's trying to do that shoulder defense because he's a taller guy. So it's allowing him to lean back more than have to per se use his hands and get his head off the line. So him being a taller guy, he can use that Philly shell to a certain extent. It's not that good with it because that shell actually got him clipped by Luke Campbell. Him being in that shell, he got clipped over the top. But in a fight like this, where you're fighting a shorter guy, the shell could be more of an advantage because the shorter guy really has to reach that much more because of your lean back. So, like I said right now, man, Garcia is not being effective, bro. He's just following Tagoe around and doing dirty rabbit punching like that just to try to let his hands get free. Tagoe got touched a little bit right there. Rabbit shots. He mad about that knockdown. Yeah, this motherfucker Ryan Garcia fighting dirty as fuck. Yeah, Tagoe don't like that shit. That's why he wanted them extra pounds, so he could definitely be the bigger guy. Keep popping him with that jab. Tagoe, don't worry about it. It's going to happen. You know the youngster got power, so you just got to be patient. That's where you got to catch him. When he misses wild like that, Tagoe he has to answer that. He's missing wild. So the patience right now is doing him well because he's allowing Ryan Garcia to expend a lot of energy. Boom, nice little choppy jab right there, getting his attention. Look, get them hands up, Ryan. Yeah, Tagoe still got his own paws too. You might seem to be the guy coming forward with all the power, but you're not punching clean. I'm giving Garcia the second round, definitely. Got to be honest and give Garcia the second round. Get back to that jab to the body. That jab is the key to keep Garcia from opening up to a certain extent. Good tie down. This dude Garcia has to stop this fucking rabbit punching. Why are you telling him he can't grab? He can fucking grab, ref. Why are you saying that he can't grab? He can grab. Tell Ryan Garcia to stop fucking rabbit punching. That's what the fuck you do, Jean. Fucking Jean Shaw. Tell Garcia stop rabbit punching. Keep the shit clean. You can't tell the other fighter he can't tie up when he feels like it's necessary to tie up. So fuck. Oh, don't tie up. What the man? Fuck you. I'm tying up, man. This motherfucker ain't finna go off on me. Come on, bro. This shit is terrible. But nah, good round by Garcia right there. He did land the harder shots. He did get clipped right there. He got clipped. That was a clean knockdown. I ain't mad. I mean, I can see the frustration because he didn't expect to get clipped that early. He again, same way you want to catch Garcia with his feet flat and get your hands off. And that's when you can catch him and catch those knockdowns like that. He got clipped with his feet flat. So his frustration wasn't warranted in a particular situation like that. So again, I guess you could be mad at yourself, really, probably who more he was mad at. He just kind of blamed it on the ref. The ref was in a bad spot at the same time, but he technically didn't cause the knockdown. So being honest, gotta say that was a clean drop by Garcia. Wasn't the most powerful knockdown, but again, it was a drop that happens because your feet tied up and technically were flat. That's the punch, double jab and double bing, bing, boom, upstairs. Then come back with the right hand to the body. You necessarily don't have to throw the right hand to the head. Double that jab. Once he gets his hands up, rip that right hand to the body and get out of there. Now he's starting to parry the jab downstairs. That's when you can fake the jab and come with your own left hook. Once he starts parrying that jab or thinking he can stop the jab to the body, switch it up and come upstairs with it, Tagoe. Doubling up on that jab. Nice little sneaky right hand in there by Tagoe. He didn't really catch him too clean, but it nipped him. It nipped him a little bit. That jab is the key. Oh, Garcia clipped him right there. Clipped him a little bit. Come on, Tagoe. Garcia just stalk mode now. He's stalk mode. He eating some jabs. He's gonna take what he could take, trying to get his hands off. That face starting to look a little red. Tagoe just can't get caught. You want to definitely get Garcia tired. So make Garcia keep working. Keep working. Keep working. Let him land if he got to land. Those rabbit punches, the ref definitely need to say something about them rabbit punches because you're the bigger guy. So it should be no reason for you to be rabbit punching the smaller dude, bro. Just wait for the break and go back to fighting. Why are you trying to hit a guy that you're tied up with? Let the ref do his job and then you go back. You're the stronger guy. You're the marquee guy. What's the necessary reason for rabbit punching? You can't get mad that he's tying you up. Let him do what he's going to do until you get yours off. But Garcia is showing some frustration because he just not being able to walk this dude down and get him out of here. Good left hook right there by Garcia. Caught Tagoe trying to slide out the side door. But again, I'm liking what I'm seeing Tagoe do from the outside. This jab is controlling the distance, keeping Ryan Garcia at bay. Garcia can't get these clean shots off, and he's throwing these one. Look at that wild uppercut. Those are shots that you're gonna remember from round 5 when you too tired to combinate and you get caught off these single shots because you throwing so heavy early. Garcia could definitely come back to be bit. I like what I seen from Tagoe in this third round. I like what I seen. Boxed off that back foot, off that rope, threw that jab, didn't get caught with nothing heavy. I like that. I'm giving Tagoe that third round. That jab is the key. Stick jab to the body, upstairs. And again, once you see Garcia start to parry the body jab, feint, boom, come up with your own hook, keeping your own right hand down and doubling up on that hook. Because again, Garcia, he doesn't punch like this. Off his lean back, he doesn't punch. He has to reset to punch. So if you got him leaning back, again, remember, you done feinted the jab to the body. He parries. That's all open right here. Boom, bing, bing, double up on the left hook, bing, bing. Step back. You still defensive minded. So when he tries to reopen off of your combination, you still defensively catching, and you got space to step back away from him. So again, the key to me, double jab, upstairs, downstairs. Get Garcia thinking, okay, this is what he's gonna be doing. This is what he's gonna be doing. Switch it up. Rip that right hand to the body. You understand what I'm saying? with that overhand right that to me was the key. And I called it. He just threw it right there for the first time. It was a wild sort of overhand right, but it's a punch that's definitely going to be there for him. Good little fight out of there. Good little fight out of there. Garcia trying to rabbit punch and Tagoe answering him. Garcia trying to use the rangefinder and stick something to the body and throw a heavy right hand, but he just can't seem to catch Tagoe flush. At some point in time, you may think Tagoe's going to tire out. Possibility where a powerful guy like Garcia don't have to try so hard. There you go. Good punching right there. Fight out that corner from Tagoe. I like to fight out that corner. Nothing really clean landed, but he still fought himself out that corner after Garcia tried to open up. Punches through round 3. Tagoe. They saying Garcia done threw 74 punches. Tagoe only landed 4 punches. They fucking CompuBox numbers stink. And I don't even pay attention to that because this dude done landed way more than 4 jabs. What are you talking about? What the fuck are y'all talking about? He only landed 4 punches. Shut the fuck up, corny ass motherfuckers. They fucking numbers just suck. They some fucking Ryan Garcia dick suckers. Yeah, I said it because them numbers is capped. This dude done landed 4 jabs in 1 round. How you gonna say he done landed 4 punches in 4 rounds of a fight? Come on, bro. Because he not throwing the shots that y'all want to see. He's throwing what's available. So that's what you score. You don't score what you think he should be. Oh, he should be throwing left hand hooks and right hooks. Oh, well, he ain't throwing them, so we're not scoring his straights. We're not throwing the right hand over the top. Look at Tagoe like, come on. Tagoe inviting it. That's what's up, Tagoe. I like the moxie. Now you can start letting him tire himself out, Tagoe. Let's stick to the body right there with the jab from Tagoe. Giving Garcia this 4th round. Garcia up. How about 3 rounds to 1? That's the key right there. The jab is the key. Simple as that. Every time you jab, he moves or he does something defensive to be able to set you up for something else. So your jab is the key. The movement, nice movement right there. Side to side off the ropes. None of that landed flush for Ryan Garcia, but they'll say all these punches. Look at this rabbit punching from Garcia. Garcia is a bitch. I ain't seen so much rabbit punching by a punk motherfucker, a bigger dude. Like, how are you a bigger dude doing all this rabbit punching, bro? Like, come on, bro. That's cap. That's hella cap, bro. You shouldn't be doing all that rabbit punching. Seriously. Like, you're the bigger dude. Get to your spot, find your spot, and get off. If you don't have the ring IQ to do that, then let the pundits finally say he doesn't have the ring IQ to set anything up. He's waiting for the opening. He's just trying to pressure to the opening. He's not setting the opening up. Oh, I ain't know I had a guest in here. Oh, G5 in here. G5 in here? I ain't know G5 is in here. Oh, shit. Oh, my bad, bro. I ain't even see you, man. Come back in, Jeff. My bad, bro. I ain't even see you in the chat, man. I'm running my mouth and shit. I ain't even see you. Come back in, Jeff. If you was in there, come back in, bro. I'll link you in, bro. So I definitely want to get your chime on these rabbit punches that we seeing, man. So I don't know how long you was in there, bro. My bad. I'm on my phone. That's why, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway, Jeff, you know what it is. Hopefully you still watching the live, man, and get my play-by-play. I'm sure you watching the fight. But all right, go back in the guest area, man. I'm trying to get you in. All right, you backstage. I don't see no backstage, man. Guess you ain't in the guest area. Oh, add to stream. There you go. All right, man. I thought I had you in there, Jeff. Go back in, man. Where you at backstage? I don't see you. Oh, there you go. You in here with me now?
Mic check.
Oh, what's going on, bro? Mic check.
Just checking out this action, bro.
Yeah, man. Your boy Tagoe, he kind of giving it away, but I think he's not really trying to get caught. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he don't want to get caught, and I get that, but at the same time, you kind of got to step on the gas. Don't Only thing on correct is that jab. But he got to do something off the jab.
Yeah, he's not adjusted to the speed yet in his round 5. And this
My
is what
thing
I was afraid of.
What I can honestly say is I don't like the rabbit punching from Ryan Garcia. I think that's some real sucker shit, and that's a dirty punch because we talk that CTE shit and all of that. That's shots that lead to that. You know what I mean? Because that's where your head is least protected is the backside. So again, them dirty punches, and you're the bigger guy doing this rabbit punching, consistent rabbit punching from round 1. Come on, bro, stop that. So anyway, that's just my take right there on the fight. But I thought I've been calling the action, honestly. You know what I'm saying?
Good right hand about Tagoe.
Huh? Yeah.
I don't know what.
Yeah.
Where you at in the fight? I don't know if I'm ahead.
I'm at round 5, 1 minute, 5 seconds.
Okay, you about like 10 minutes behind me. All right, 10 seconds behind me. 10. Okay, 10 seconds. 10 seconds. My bad.
Well, yeah, I'm on the west side.
Got you.
Garcia missing Wiley. He getting sweaty now. Garcia's looking like he getting sweaty. He could be slowing down. There you go, Tagoe. I don't think Tagoe can set up as much because this guy's so strong. And when you see a guy so strong, it's hard for you to really, per se, set your offense up so much when you're being defensive. Look, none of that landed. Everybody in the corner yelling or the crowd yelling, but he landed not in one single punch. And then they CompuBox numbers, bro, terrible. They said Tagoe landed 4 punches after 4 rounds. He done landed 4 jabs in a round, bro.
4 punches, period?
4 punches, period, after 4 rounds. They put that stat up in like round 5.
Oh. Yeah, I just this was the main thing we was looking at going into the fight. I know we talked about this. Big shout out to everybody watching too, man. Go subscribe to Boxing First Vlog. This is what we was looking for. Like, how long was it going to take for Tagoe to get adjusted to the speed? I think he's adjusted to the distance. I still don't think he's adjusted to the speed, which is the reason why he's not getting off offensively. But he's approaching the back half of the fight, which is what he wants. So we're gonna see how it plays out from this point on.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I don't know if he was ready for this power either. You see what I'm saying? When you hear about the power and then you're up under it, it's 2 different levels of understanding and acceptance. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can have a game plan, like Mike said. Everybody got a game plan until you get hit in the mouth. So I think Tagoe's game plan is thrown off because he doesn't want to get hit in the mouth. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie. Garcia looked like he about 2 weight classes bigger than Tagoe.
Man, my Garcia, dude, tell me about it, bro. Tell me about it, bro. This dude looking like a junior middleweight, bro.
Yeah, Garcia
easy a welterweight.
He looked like a welterweight in there, like for sure. He looked like a welterweight in there. He's probably, to be honest with you, he's probably about a junior middle in there right now.
Told you, walking around, yeah. But if you want to put him in a new category, welterweight don't missuit him. Like, he'll be a perfect size guy for welterweight because he has that long, strong body frame. Like, he doesn't have technically a skinny body frame. So
yeah, I wasn't surprised though. Because I thought the 139 was, I thought part of it was strategic as well. But one thing I will say about
to me, I thought they did it so he could truly have a size advantage that he naturally already had. I spoke on it. I was like, well, damn, he was already the naturally bigger guy. Why do you need the extra 4 to 5 pounds? Are you in a new division or are you not in a new division? I'm confused. You're not being honest enough about this move. Y'all just threw it out there, but none of these mainstream media dudes are capping on that. But if it was another fighter, if it was a Charlo or somebody, they would be getting all that cap in the world. Oh, you ain't training, you ain't fat camp, this, that, and the third. You see what I'm saying? What Tank went through.
The one thing I will say,
Garcia does it, it's okay.
The one thing I will say about Ryan Garcia, which is really setting him up well offensively, is the double hooks to the body when he gets close. Because that's really the only thing he can really hit, really. because Tagoe's really covering pretty good up top, which we called going into the fight. You know what I'm saying? But Ryan Garcia is not forgetting the body, which is bringing him the success that he's getting in this fight. I just wish Tagoe would have adjusted to the speed a little sooner, because I'm really curious to see what he can do offensively. But he's in the back half of the fight. He's in the back half of the fight, which is what he wants.
I think he got to definitely start opening up the offense to get Ryan even more tired. If you definitely want to get some of your offensive opportunities, opening up your offense to making him work even more defensively now. Because once you get him tired, then you want to keep him tired by making him work defensively.
Let me ask you this question, bro, and this is something that I'm seeing. I just want to see if you see the same thing. You can tell that Tagoe's he's not used to being countered, and he needs to depend on the fourth and fifth shot in order to land. He's so used to landing his first or second shot. He's not really landing it in this fight. He's not used to somebody really countering him back. So it seems like he's not used to throwing that third and fourth shot to get one shot landed, which is what he's going to need in this fight, because Ryan he's countering the counterpuncher. You know what I'm saying? So he needs to have that flurry. He needs to land on the back end, especially with him not being as fast as Ryan Garcia either. What you think about that, bro? What you think, bro?
I agree with that, but I want to be honest with you. This is a fight that, based on weight class, you shouldn't have took this fight, bro. Why are you going to 140 and then you looking for a 135 to bring with you? Go to 140 and get a 140. This is cap. This was a 135 fight to make him look good at 140. Because trust me, I don't think he's going back to 135, because if your weight is off right now, it's going to stay off. It's not going to get better as you get older. You see what I'm saying?
It depends on how much. It depends on how much he's going to be, how exclusive he's going to be working with Goosen. But if he's not going to be working exclusive with Goosen, and I mean like on a regular basis, like not on no celebrity type shit, then I can agree with that. I can agree with that statement.
He got to start letting his right hand go, bro.
Yeah, see, I still don't think he's adjusted to the speed yet. His distance is cool, and good hook by Tagoe.
The jab is the best thing he's doing. Like, look at that. Doubling up, but you got to give me something behind that. I need you ripping that right hand to the body.
Hey, Vlog.
See, you throwing it upstairs. Throw it to the body right there. Oh, nice left hook in there. Nice left hook in there. Yeah.
This reminds me of some other fights. You know how I usually say I'll be like, a fighter's doing everything he needs to do to set the plate up for him to eat, and he just ain't eating. Yeah. Tagoe's making Ryan Garcia work. He's making him move. He's making him find him. He's getting low. He's solid defensively. He's doing everything to set up to, really start cooking, and he's just not cooking offensively. Like, and it's the speed. It's the speed. He's just not used to. I don't know who he was in camp with, but like we were saying, like Sheedy Ellis would have been a real good person to, get in the camp, because you got to get adjusted to the speed. Yeah, see, they got Tagoe landing 25 punches. That's not accurate.
That's what I said, bro. I don't pay attention to them lying ass motherfuckers. Chris Manning's probably out there sucking dick at ringside. And Ryan, I'm just saying, I know Chris Manning's out there sounding like a girlfriend. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, man, I do like defensively what Tagoe is doing. That's not all I can really give him credit for. But again, if you're fighting such a bigger guy and a guy that gave himself even more of an advantage with the weight adage, you behind the 8 ball. You know what I'm saying? You behind the 8 ball. But as far as his ability to perform under the lights and not be overwhelmed where he's shell-shocked and he's kind of not even trying, he's just staying defensively sound, which in a way is taken away from his offense. Why? Because you're fighting such a bigger man. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with your heart. You have to be smart too. So him being smart is not allowing him to be offensive either, because it's hard to be offensive with a guy that's bigger than you and has the same speed, if not more speed than you.
Yeah,
Now, right now is where you should be working. You see this dull moment? This is where you should be working. Good body shot right there. Good body shot.
I think with Tagoe, if I had to guess, I would say he's probably no more than he's probably under 145 in the ring. And I would say
Right
Ryan
now,
Garcia, right now he probably ain't gained no more than 5 pounds. Ryan Garcia looks like he's about 155. I would say probably about
easy,
155 right now.
easy,
Yeah, he's about
easy, bro.
154, 155 right now.
Easy.
Yeah,
Way bigger man. Younger man too.
Yeah. But this is the same strategy that Floyd did against Marquez. You know what I'm saying? Purposely didn't make weight. He wanted the size advantage because he knew he was going up against a guy with a certain skill level. But Tagoe was going to have to take some risk offensively. He wanted to take some risk offensively.
He is. And right there towards the end of that round, to me, is where you should have just opened up. You could see you had Ryan Garcia in the down moment of being tired, understanding that the round is almost at an end. So take your opportunities and let your hands go.
Yeah, I will say this about Ryan Garcia. Against a guy like Tagoe who's solid defensively, you got to make sure all your combinations is ending in body shots. So he's doing that, and he's also, when he's throwing the one jab, he's leaving the jab extended out there to avoid the counter right hand of Tagoe. So it's some technical things that Ryan Garcia is doing in this fight that I haven't seen him do in previous fights. But again, when you're fighting a guy that's a lot smaller, it's kind of easier to do that. So that goes with you know, I take that with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why I said I don't see the boxing IQ. With this dude being so much smaller than you, you should have been dispatched him. But your boxing IQ is.
I can't say that because Tagoe was really solid defensively. He's given different types of defense.
Hold up. That's no taking credit from Tagoe. That is taking credit for those that have equated Ryan Garcia to have an elite boxing IQ. You're not anything.
Yeah, Ryan Garcia. To be honest with you, he's taking what Tagoe's giving him. He's not running any real risk either. You know what I'm saying? Which is something he has to do because he can't
go back to that rabbit punching. He ain't been doing that in a few rounds. Now he want to get back to it because he ain't been able to catch him in this round. I'm giving this round to Tagoe. I like what he's doing off that back foot. You can see Ryan Garcia starting to slow down, and Tagoe is taking his pot shot opportunities and landing. Garcia hasn't been able to land anything clean. Everything's really been blocked. He keep coming forward, but and he coming forward leaning. You see how he lean? He know he the bigger man, bro. That is not a natural defense. No one does that. That's not even the Philly shell, bro. All of that leaning like that, bro, that is you taking advantage of your size, bro. And you fought and picked a guy that was completely so much smaller than you. Then you added the 5 pounds in there to give yourself even more of an advantage. And you yourself can't get rid of this guy. You rabbit punching him to death. There you go. Nice counter right there by Tagoe. Get your hand. Let your hands go, bro. Double up on that left hook.
Ryan Garcia is still in this round, man.
I don't got him still in it. I got Tagoe taking this round because he ain't been clean. Ryan Garcia ain't landed nothing clean. Block. Missed. Nothing. Missed.
And the problem I'm having with Tagoe is I don't know about you. I wanted to see him land something really flush to see how Ryan Garcia responds. He's been landing little small shots. He haven't landed that flush shot that I've been looking for to see how Ryan Garcia actually reacts. I don't know. It's hard to really judge this fight, man, because it's a huge size difference. But at the same time, I'm like, Tagoe had to take this fight as a once in a lifetime opportunity, so I get it. You know what I mean? But he's
you know what this reminds me of? You know what this reminds me of?
Sir.
Trinidad Whitaker. Younger, bigger guy fighting an older, smaller guy.
I'll give you in terms of the maybe not the size but the speed thing. You can go Pacquiao Clottey too, because Clottey played a lot of defense against Pac, and Pac had a major speed advantage, and Clottey never got adjusted to the speed neither. Yo, hey, listen, the referee got to give at least a stiff warning as far as these rabbit shots,
bro. He been doing this shit from round one, bro.
And listen, because there's a difference between Tagoe getting low and he's getting hit in the back of the head, and he's standing up and getting hit in the back of the head. Ref got to watch that. Ooh, good body shot by Ryan Garcia leading in. That was a good shot.
Nice double up right there on the left hand. I mean, on the right hand. You got to get him rabbit punches back. If he going to rabbit punch you, then you got to rabbit punch him back.
You got to get it back.
Did you get all your food? The girl in hair off them edibles. She likes this.
A little bit on the woozy side.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. The size thing took some steam off this fight to me. In the setup size advantage, bro. It was
I wasn't expecting Ryan Garcia to look so big. It was similar to Triple G earlier. Nice
little left hand in there. Right hand in there by Tagoe. Garcia ain't got that heavy-handedness that he had earlier. See, now Tagoe can open up a little bit. You got a nice rabbit punch right there by Tagoe. Payback is a mother. Oh, now you want to say something to Tagoe. Fuck that goddamn ref with that goddamn European-ass name, Jean Charles. You going to say something to Tagoe after one rabbit punch. But this dude done been doing it since round one, and you ain't said nothing one time. So again, man,
need Tagoe to be careful with that left hook, because Ryan Garcia been getting in between that the last like 2 rounds.
Oh yeah, he just threw it right there.
Yeah, he just
threw it right hand right there over that left hook.
He need to be careful with that left hook. Tagoe, he's not discouraged in there.
You just got to have a dirty fight towards the end, bro. Get you some in the ring respect, get your opportunity, and once you get back on the stage again, maybe you won't have this size disadvantage with a true lightweight. You feel what I'm saying? You're not gonna have another lightweight set you up to fight at 147. You see what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we 135ers, but last minute, man, 12-pound added. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. I thought that was just the games of boxing and Garcia being Garcia. And like you said, he ain't going to get no respect for the victory, because I'm not. Because I've seen a lot of dirty shit you doing in here. And then on top of it, you couldn't get rid of the smaller guy. So again, your knockouts, you only knocking out dudes that allow you to knock them out. You can't knock out nobody that won't allow you to knock them out. So that tells me your ring IQ is straight trash, because you're not setting anything up. You burnt out right now against a guy with maybe half the size or a little bit more size than a Tagoe, giving them problems. Bigger hand punches than Tagoe. And again, Tagoe, a guy that don't got a lot of steam, and we knew that. But him being in here to this point, I expected that. Maybe some other people didn't. You know what I mean? I expected it to go the distance. I didn't think he was going to get knocked out, because he had to fight more defensive-minded than he was able to, based on, to me, and strictly I'm leaning back to the size advantage. If you're such a bigger guy, then I, as a guy fighting you, have to be aware of that, so I'm not doing more naturally what I do. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Tagoe got to go. He got to go for broke. You know what I mean? Down on the cards, he's not going to get a decision.
Oh, we already knew he wasn't getting a decision.
Let him go.
I already knew that.
Let him go.
Yeah, I already knew he wasn't getting a decision.
Yeah, let them hands go.
But again, you fighting a bigger guy. So will you, a guy that's naturally not a puncher, going to be able to get this guy out of here? I doubt it, because he's that much bigger than you. And I'm talking almost 2 weight classes bigger than you, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how long Ryan Garcia has been training with Goosen. Good shot. Good
Yeah,
shot.
he catching him.
Yeah, good shot. Good survival
They
skills by
catching him in
Tagoe,
the
though.
round. He's
Good
had his
survival skills by
moments.
Tagoe. Good survival skills
Yeah,
by Tagoe. But
he
he was
catching
hurt
him.
bad. He was hurt bad. He's still hurt.
Oh yeah, he caught him right there.
Yeah, he's still hurt. He's
But
still hurt.
again, this is a smaller guy.
Yeah, he's still hurt.
This is
If
a smaller guy.
I'm not gonna lie, the uppercut been open for Ryan Garcia all night long. He hasn't thrown it. And he's not gonna throw it. He's not gonna throw it. It's not in his arsenal.
You know what we didn't see from Tagoe, and we both spoke on it? The overhand right. I think he threw it once or twice this whole fight. It was something that's there, especially when Ryan Garcia throws that wild ass left hook, and he's been missing that wild ass left hook most of the fight. You can easily avoid it and come right back over the top with your right hand, and he hasn't been doing that because why? This guy is so much bigger than you. You got to be aware of what's going to follow up from that left hand defensive minded.
And another thing, bro, the shot that hurt him came right off that missed left hook. And we just spoke about that a round or two ago. Tagoe had to be careful with that left hook. And he got wide with the left hook, and Ryan Garcia came in between that. But we called that 2-3 rounds ago. You know what I'm saying?
He keep throwing that left hook, but Tagoe got that hand up, so I think Tagoe just got to let his left hooks go. That's going to be the punch, but it's got to be a looping left hook. Ryan Garcia is naturally going to the Philly shell, so your left hook got to loop. It's got to really come around the corner.
And the thing with Tagoe, a lot of his hook, like Ryan Garcia's, he's riding a lot of those hooks that Tagoe's throwing. They glancing off of the shoulder, but also that's because he's so much taller than Tagoe, and he not give Ryan Garcia don't give up his height. That's the one thing I will say about Ryan Garcia. I like he don't give up his height.
Ryan Garcia, a sucker. He went and fight this little ass dude, and you ain't even fighting in the weight class. Your ass can't get rid of him. You barely hurt him. He was a sucker. I ain't got no respect for Garcia. I don't got no respect. You shouldn't have had to fight this dude at 140, bro. And then you coming in damn near 2 divisions bigger than this dude, and you can't get rid of this dude, and he an older fighter. And they kept doing the whole show build up. Oh, the IQ of Garcia is going to come in. He's got Goosen now. He can be more free with his understanding of boxing, and it's a shared training growth and blah, 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 this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. You can't get rid of the dude, and you're doing the same punches. You ain't doing nothing different. You've been doing some lot of dirty shit. You know what I'm saying? Got a little damage on the eye from that right hand inside. You know, but again, you the bigger guy. You should be able to hurt this dude. You 147. This dude is a true 135.
Yeah, I think Ryan Garcia with Goosen. The one thing that I don't like is when guys get new trainers, they come into a fight and look completely different. Ryan Garcia doesn't look completely different. It's maybe about 2-3 things that I'm seeing from Ryan.
Can we be honest? You only added Goosen so you can have a name. You're the dude. You're the type of let's be honest, bro. You're the type of dude that has the name level that you have. Now, if you go get your cousin and say your cousin's training you, you're going to lose cap in the boxing game. So he made one move from a name trainer to another name trainer. That's it. It ain't had nothing to do with improving style, this, that, and the third. He's not going to change. He doesn't have the physical ability to change.
Well, I'm not saying you wrong on that. I would like to see him in an actual 135 fight with Goosen. It's kind of hard to. The stuff that I want to give Ryan Garcia credit for, I'm going to hold off on it because of the major size difference, me personally. But Ryan Garcia is doing what he's supposed to be doing in here.
Of course. We can't deny
what he's supposed to be doing.
But you can't get credit for doing it against somebody 2 weight divisions smaller than you either. and you came into the fight trying to give yourself an advantage, why would you do that? Well, I'm the marquee guy, and he's a guy that's never been on the stage, so he's not going to turn down an opportunity at this bag. So it's all a setup. And knowing that, you're losing respect from true hardcore guys like myself, who was originally a fan of yours. You understand what I'm saying? So again, I look at this current Ryan Garcia as a guy that's using boxing, and I don't like it. You Jake Paul to me currently, because you're not in boxing for the sake of boxing, bro. And then they giving you belts left and right. Like, how you got a WBO belt and a WBA belt? Where did you win any of those belts in the ring? I've never seen you win a belt in the ring, but yet you have belts. So again, y'all mad at Haney for getting somebody giving him a belt, but nobody's saying nothing about the belts that they giving this dude.
Yeah, like I said, it's as far as Tagoe is concerned, like, it's a tough fight for him. Tough fight for him.
Oh yeah.
You facing it, like, he's the bigger guy, the stronger guy, the faster guy, and I'm like, it's just in situations like this.
Roy struggle with Ruiz. It would have been something. Well, if Roy is Roy going up in weight, blah blah blah.
The thing about it is, like, I wish the fight was at a natural 135, because to be honest with you, Ryan Garcia may have still did the same thing, but because it's at 139, it's even more weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I think Tagoe is gonna get other opportunities off of this.
Yeah, I said that too. I said that earlier.
I think he's gonna get other opportunities off of this, but Ryan Garcia is not gonna get credit for this fight. He's not gonna get credit for this fight.
Give me no credit, none whatsoever, because of the natural advantages you set up against a guy that basically that wasn't on the radar, nobody knew. So why would you need all these advantages unless you knew the guy that you actually picked was a guy that could be a problem guy? If I come in at the natural weight, if I come in with no advantages, and you did it.
The one thing I'll give Ryan Garcia is, I hate when a bigger dude don't use his size. He's definitely using his size in this fight. He's definitely using it. So
but you ain't getting it stopped. So
no, he's no, and the thing, and I'm like, that's credit to Tagoe. Tagoe, tough dude. Oh, good left hook. Yeah. See, I got to see another fight from Ryan Garcia at 135 with Goosen to see.
He's not staying at 135.
Whether it's 135 or 140, I want to see if this little subtle stuff that I see from Ryan Garcia that I haven't seen from him. I want to see if it's because of the size difference, or he's really adding a little subtle stuff to his game. I don't want to give it to him just yet, though.
Again, I haven't seen anything new from him outside of this rabbit punching that I've never seen him do. I've never seen him, but again, he never had to be upset about somebody making him work so hard to get his shots off. So a lot of them come from him being upset. What's up, Snooker? Hello. Yeah, so a lot of them shots come from him being upset. And that's, again, if you can't keep your calm in there, that could be a detriment down the line against guys with heavier hands and are willing to answer those rabbit punches in their own rights. And Tagoe, not a dirty guy, but he was throwing some of those shots back, burning a lot of energy to hold on to Garcia to do it. Look, you see how Garcia is trying to slap towards the back of the head. He not even aiming. Look at that. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't like this rabbit punching from the bigger guy, bro. Not been a fan of that at all. And it's been the whole fucking fight. But like I said, give Tagoe credit. He came in, went the distance with a guy that should have blasted him. Everybody said, go get him out of there.
Yeah,
but this is a guy that came in 147. 155, he came in. Huh?
I said, going into the fight, we said that we felt like Tagoe was going to go to full 12. Of course, we didn't expect for size difference to look so crazy. The one thing I will say is with Tagoe's defensive ability is what got him through this fight. Because if he wasn't as skilled as he was defensively, he would have been up out of there. He would have been out of there, for sure. So, it's one of those things where, I mean, under the circumstances, Ryan Garcia did what he had to do. He did what he was supposed to do.
Garcia, bum.
But
bum. You out there fighting little dudes. Get your ass up out of here. You throwing on weight at the end of the towards the middle of the training camp. You trying to find advantages. Use a scrub.
And these are things that people are gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this is why, you have to be, you got to be professional when it comes down to these things, because when you get a victory and you put in work, you're not going to get the credit for it. He wasn't going to get the credit for this one anyway, but when you come in 4 pounds above, like, it is what
it is. I'm not going to lie, bro, if he would have just came in and got rid of this dude, I would have tended to been like, yo, you the bigger guy, you did what you're supposed to do. You can't get credit after I seen what I saw. You struggling, you doing a lot of dirty stuff in there. And this guy's so much smaller than you. And all you could do was just walk him down the whole fight and take his shots, because you did take his shots. I'm going to give you that. You took his shots, but you're 2 divisions bigger than him. And we saw that. Right now, inside that ring, your boy is no more than 145. Tops, Tagoe.
Yeah, there was definitely
right now. Ryan Garcia is probably 158.
He's at least 155. At least 155. And like I said, he had every single physical advantage. And he would have had every single physical advantage at 135. It's just the fact that it wasn't a 135 fight, which probably if he comes in at 135 like he was supposed to, maybe that's one. Maybe he comes in at 150 except for 155. Those 5 pounds, you know what I'm saying, might have been a difference in terms of Tagoe possibly being more effective offensively. But Tagoe did probably about as much as he could under the circumstances. He was giving up maybe about 4 inches in height, probably 10 in weight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, well, he won the fight. He got the 2 knockdowns, so that obviously put him up comfortably.
Yeah.
And again, big credit to Tagoe for not getting knocked out. And I did say that if you was going to bet this fight, best way to bet it was either going to be the draw or going to be the distance.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what people think of actually both guys after this fight, because I do feel like Tagoe he showed enough to show that he should get some other opportunities at 135. But yeah, I mean, Ryan Garcia is just naturally the bigger dude. Like, to be honest, it looked like Tagoe probably could fight at 130. He looked like he could fight at 130.
That's where he was at for the majority of his career until I would say the last 3 to 4 fights he's been at lightweight. So he's been in this junior lightweight range for the past 15 years.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, of course you gotta take the you gotta take the fight. You gotta take the fight with Tagoe. He probably got paid a couple $100,000. Probably got paid a couple $100,000. He got paid more in this fight than he did probably in his whole career combined. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, this is fine. To me, this was $400,000 fight. Easy.
Yeah, it was a 6-figure fight.
All the money they spent on promotion for this fight, for this dude, they spent over $400,000. So if they not gonna give me what you spend on promotion, I'm not fighting that motherfucker. The fuck you gonna spend more money on promotion than you gonna pay me for going in there with this dude? Nah, I would easily say $400,000. Easy.
Yeah, I don't think he got 400, but he definitely got 6 figures. He definitely got 6 figures.
You don't think it's 400?
Nah.
So how much you think they spent on promotion for this fight?
I don't know how much they spent for promotion, but I know you talking about how much the Tagoe get?
Yeah, how much Tagoe got?
Nah,
I'll say 400,000.
Nah, he probably got a little over 100 for this fight. Probably a little over
You
100.
are disrespectful.
No, I'm not this. I can actually give you facts behind it. Rolly's
Why
only
would you
get
say
Rolly. No, Rolly's only getting 200,000 for Tank.
And that's a pay-per-view?
Exactly. So I know Tagoe only got like he may got 150.
But
He may got
DAZN
150.
overpaid. DAZN always overpaid everybody.
But they overpay their main guys though. They don't overpay
They
the
overpay
Tagoes
the
of the
other
world.
guys too.
Not,
Tagoe got
guarantee
400,000.
I guarantee you he ain't make over 150 in this fight.
I can't look it up right now, but I'm definitely.
We can find out. You know, of course we can. We gonna find out.
Yeah, I know we're gonna find out. I just think it's more. You think it's lower?
Nah, it's no way Tagoe made 400,000. In my opinion, no way he made 400,000. Where do you see
Ryan Garcia's fought in his career?
Well, Tagoe don't have a name though.
Yeah, Tagoe do. I gave that name. What you talking about? This is the biggest name he's done fought his career, and he couldn't even get him out of it.
Bro, you gave Ryan Garcia is the biggest name on Tagoe's resume, but not 400,000. Not 400,000. I'd be surprised if he made 200. I think he made like 150, between 125 and 150.
Okay, we'll have to see.
125, 150. Because to be honest with you, Tagoe hasn't done anything to get 400,000.
He coming across to get 400,000. It's his second fight on the promotion.
Understood, but that's another reason why he ain't get 400. He ain't getting 400,000. I would say about $125, $150. If he made over 200, I'll give it to you. If he made over 200, I'll give it to you.
I say 250 to 300. I'll bring it down. I'll bring it down. I think 250. 250, 300. Because you gotta look for him to be in the main event against the white boy. I would say that was $100,000 fight.
Ooh, Mason Menard.
Yeah.
Mason Menard. Actually, if you remember, that was the first fight on the card, and we was complaining about why he wasn't the main event or the co-main. Remember that?
I thought that was the main event.
No, that was the first fight on the card. We was arguing about that on camera. We was like, why is Tagoe the opening fight on the card? We was arguing about that. I remember that one. I think we was on here doing that. I think we was on your channel. We were straight arguing. We were straight pissed off about that on camera.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that one
even
up.
Even with that fight, he probably made
75.
Yeah, he might have made between like 60 and 75,000 for that one.
Damn, B-Hop, double OG, B-Hop looking good, boy. He like Don King. He come in with the boy Tagoe. He walking out with Garcia. Nah, that's his dude. You know he fuck with a major partner in that De La Hoya shit.
For the people that's looking, I know we talk a lot of Tagoe on here because that's vlogs hitting Jim. What I will say about Ryan Garcia is I'm curious to see the development of Ryan Garcia with Goosen. So I will say this. I want to see Ryan Garcia consistently working when it comes down to the sport of boxing. Just don't cheat the sport. Don't cheat the sport, and however it flow, that's how it's going to flow. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to see him cheat the sport. You know, as long as he don't cheat the sport, hey man, whatever happens, man. If he runs into guys and he's not as good, all right, cool. If he develops as a young fighter, I'm cool with that. I just don't want to see him cheat the sport. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to see no more of these. I don't want to see no more of these 139 catch weights and stuff like that. Like, let's get back to business. Like this situation happened. All right, cool. But let's get back down to business. Let's get back down to 135. Or if you're going up to 140, go up to 140 and fight a legit 140 dude. Like, let's not play this in between game. And like I said, it went how I thought it was gonna go. I talked to Shane earlier. I said I thought Ryan Garcia was gonna. I told Shane this exactly. I said I think Tagoe was gonna fight well, and I thought Ryan Garcia was gonna catch him with a shot in and get Tagoe up out of there late, like 10 or 11. But you know, Ryan Garcia did what he had to do. Like I said, I just don't want to see. I don't want to see a guy that's 2 weight classes smaller. Like I get it, but I don't want to see this going forward. I don't want to see this going forward from Ryan Garcia. But he did what he had to do tonight. He did what he had to do, like tonight.
Facts. On that note, man, we're gonna end this live. I've been in here 2.5+ hours, so it was good. I got my dude in here on the last part of this fight. Well, majority of it though, he was in here, but I did not see you in that chat for a second, bro. I was so locked in.
Yeah, I was in there for I'm but the thing is, I'm sitting back there and I'm like, I didn't think I had, you know how on the side of the dashboard, like it'll say comments and then private chat. I had it on private, I had it on comments, but not private chat. So I didn't have the box there on the bottom to actually type in. So yeah, like so that's why I had to actually go on YouTube, go on your channel, and come in as like I was watching it, and then that's why you see the comments in there the way it was. But you know, it's all good. It's all good though.
Yeah, well, I appreciate everybody that came in, tapped in, was in for a minute. I know Boxing Learner jumped in for a second, so I appreciate Jeff.
Big shout out to Boxing Learner.
You know what we finna do? We finna go catch up on that PBC on Fox card and see how things went down. And we'll get back at you with some updated videos. Maybe we'll do a reaction tomorrow with Jeff. You know, probably won't be a long one, but we'll try to cover all the weekend's fights real quick.
I still got fights I gotta watch.
Yeah, I know. I gotta watch the ESPN card.
Yeah, I ain't even catch all these fights.
Yeah, but we'll definitely go over some of them. I know Michaela Meyer, she fought. I know the phenom Stenilian, he had a bout tonight. So we, you know what I mean. We'll see what went on with that top ranked card, low key card though. But we'll give y'all some feedback on that one. But anyway, man, I appreciate everybody jumping in. And again, salute to my dude G5 Jeff TV. And y'all go ahead and look out for Goodfellas podcast coming back Monday. And we just be back working, man. But I appreciate everybody's time, man. We gone.
We out.
All right.